Have you ever wanted to get involved in geocaching? Have you ever heard of geocaching? What the heck is geocaching? Please join us as we try to explain the hobby, how it's done, cost involved, and that sort of thing. What is geocaching? That is a question that comes up frequently, and it's a little complicated to explain, but basically an electronic scavenger hunt that you either use an iPhone, smartphone, or a handheld GPS to find a latitude and longitude coordinate to find what someone is hidden. Can vary in size from a size of a thimble all the way up to a 50 caliber ammo box. And the beautiful thing about the hobby is it can be very hard to find items and not so hard. So the challenge is always there, from easy to difficult, rating from 1 star to 4 stars in difficulty, and also 1 star to 4 star in terrain. So go on the geocaching website and get started. Thanks for watching. Okay, well, as you guys know, we're a little old school. No iPhones or cell phones, any of that type of thing. So in order for us to get the geocaches that we want to do, we go to the geocaching website and follow along in the route that we are anticipating taking for the day. Of course, if you had the iPhone, you could do this on the fly, but we're a little bit more, what's the word? Primitive. Yeah, so anyway, we've printed about 10 geocaches that we wanted to look for on our way from Albuquerque to Dallas. We have 2 of the Garmin eTrex machines that we use for our geocaching hobby. This is the Venture HC. We've had this for several years. We paid about $100 for it at REI in Albuquerque. Works very well. Turn the unit on, enter the latitude and longitude coordinates. That, in conjunction with the printed paper, allows us to geocache basically anywhere that we've wanted to go for a very small cost. You could find a new eTrex for probably the same price point, or the Venture HC used on eBay about $50. We also found an eTrex, an older black and white screen eTrex. This was brand new. We found this in an antique slash, like a little vintage store in Albuquerque. $10. It works beautifully. So there are opportunities to get into this very inexpensively, just to get your feet wet, see if you like it. No cost for becoming a basic member. Just go to the geocache website and set up your membership. Speaking of the geocache website membership, basic membership, absolutely free, gives you majority of the geocaches that are out there. And the premium membership, that gives you an opportunity for all of the geocaches that are published. $29.95 for premium membership per year. Way worth it for us. So follow along. We have the Garmin eTrex and the Venture HC and the eTrex here. And we're going to try this one on the little $10 one. Worked great. We've used it several times. And we will use this again for our demonstration of this particular geocache find. So follow along with us. We'll be looking for the ghost train to Crowell, Texas.
We're on our way to Wichita Falls, and it's raining cats and dogs. They said there's a tornado watch, so we're gonna make it though. Probably not serious.
Geocaching, anyone? This is going to be interesting. Sure hope we have a shot at it. They were talking tornado watch. This weather's crazy. Dorothy, you're not in Kansas anymore. This is really something.
that you can print out for geocache, and the name of the cache is Ghost Train to Crowell. And the description is located on a long abandoned train route that once went through Crowell, so that should be kind of interesting. And it was just published like about a month ago, and no one had found it. We were trying to find it on the way, but it was dark, so we thought we'd try on the way back, but somebody a couple days ago found it, so we weren't the first to find.
As Michelle was explaining, the geocaching on the printed page gives you the latitude and longitude coordinates that we enter into the Garmin eTrex handheld GPS. We entered those last night before we left Dallas. So we'll be turning that on here pretty soon.
It looks like the rain is starting to let up, so it should be a pretty good find. Hopefully easy. Then we get our way back to Albuquerque. Hey guys, what Brian and I do when we're looking for a geocache, we print a page like this that gives like the description, the name, and a lot of really good information. But it'll have the GC number. It'll give the name of the geocache. It'll give you the longitude and latitude, and if it's a difficult cache to find, if the terrain is going to be rocky or steep, or if it's really easy walking. If it's a small cache or a large cache, I like the large ones the best because they're really easy to find. And then also a description, and also maybe a hint, so that if it's a really difficult cache, the hints really are helpful. Brian and I really like printing the sheet. You don't have to do it, but it really helps us, and then we can put comments on the sheet after we find it, just to remember when we're logging it in. So it's really a great thing to have. So when we find it, we'll just make a few notes on it, and then we can log it later when we get home on the computer. So that's all I gotta say. So thank you.
I was saying all of the information is on the printed sheet that we carry to enter into our Garmin eTrex. One of the really interesting features of the geocaching hobby is the fact that you can go to the website and actually look up the person who placed the cache and see where they live, approximately, of course, and the amount of caches that they have found and how many they've placed, and quite interesting. So the man that did this one actually has nearly 9,000 finds and is geocached all over North America. Looks like he's been in South America doing geocaching, and also in Canada. Okay guys, we got the two Garmin eTrex machines ready to go. About 18 miles away from the geocache. The machine on the right, I think, is a little more sensitive for reception, not quite as sophisticated as the Venture HC on the left-hand side. 400, 300 feet. We're following the arrow. I'm going to pull over. 39, 29, 28 feet, 32 feet. Okay, we overshot it just a little bit. As you can see, the numbers are counting up, and the arrow is pointing back in the opposite direction. But we're out of the traffic, and we're going to go check it out. Well, we're here, Crowell, Texas. We could have been first to find. In fact, I didn't realize how close we were. We drove right by this a couple of nights ago, and well, it was dark out here, and we kept going. We were on our way to Dallas, so we were just a stone's throw from it. Anyway, I wanted to do a little side-by-side comparison of the two eTrexes, the $10 one on the left and the $100 one on the right, which now you could probably buy for 50 bucks. So watch as we go. What you want to do is just follow the arrows right along. One's showing about 10 feet away and the other one 23. They'll catch up to one another. This is kind of neat right here. And this cache talks about an old set of train tracks that ran through this town, which would probably lead to a possibility of metal detecting, which is a hobby that we're kind of doing a little research of right now. 3 feet away, 4 feet away. We're near ground zero, looking around. That is super cool. We don't want to give away a spoiler. 30 feet on one and 27 on the other. Let's see if we can get a little closer to ground zero. Now don't forget, when you're using the Garmin e-Trix and probably any other handheld, you've got to be moving for accuracy. So we'll just keep following the arrow. It's showing us 26, 22, 20 feet away, and 14 on the left hand instrument, 10 feet away, 7 feet away, 5 feet, 4 feet, 2 feet. All right, success, we found it. Kind of cool. The first to find, Kinley Moore, he found at 12:24. Today's the 26th, and he left pretty much everything behind. Just signed the logbook. Thank you very much. We had the opportunity to see what original contents were in the geocache. And let me show you guys. There's a couple of geo coins. The first cacher, and then 2007 Evil Micro. There's the logbook, and we'll be putting our signature, a car, a pen, a quarter, and a couple of little items that we're going to leave behind. So, excellent job. And even though we weren't first to find, it was wonderful to see a cache that's this fresh and with the original content still in there. And as always, be sure, if you take an item, to leave an item behind. Okay guys, in conclusion, after we find the geocache or do not find the geocache, we always write the date.
And found it.
And found it. And our token smiley face. Right? Okay, so we solved the key, the hint, and what did we come up with?
Came back, said.
Okay.
But since I didn't go look at the cache, I don't know what that means.
Okay, very good. And we don't want to give it away here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and all of that happy stuff, and the Lord's blessings.